How's it going, guys? Thought I'd change it up from just doing POVs like normal. Have no clue if I actually use this. Just gonna take out the Enduro. It's a bit dirty at the moment. We did a training ride before VDHS in 2 weeks. It's at Shepparton. Just gotta make sure I can still ride. Just got back from a cheeky little dirt jumper session on the P3. Been on the giant there, Focus and another giant, and e-bike. It's pretty sick. Yeah, I'll see you guys up at the hill. Alright, so I have no clue how the wind audio is going to be, but for the first little warm-up run, we're just going to take cruisy down old school, play my favourite trail up here, which is about 3/4 away. Rip it! Oh yeah, that was sick. While I'm stopped here, I might quickly just run over bike setup. So I've got a 2022 Specialized Enduro Comp frame, got a Zeb Ultimate with 180mm travel up front and a Super Deluxe Ultimate in the rear. And then for wheels, we've got an FR 1500 out back with a DT Swiss 240 hub, and then Goodyear Newton downhill casing front out the back. And we've got a Maxxis Assegai up front, and for brakes we've got SRAM codes, yeah, and then pedals got crank brace mallets, and drivetrain is SRAM GX. Sick. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it just started raining, so we're gonna hit this little section here. It's a drop into a corner. It's sick. Oh, got a bit loose there. Jesus. I'm going to try that bit again just because that last one was a bit how's it going. So let's just drop in. That was nicer. Whew. Alright, so this line I'm going to do this time, I've never actually hit it before. So we'll see how it goes. Might kind of cruise into it. Ah, that's chill, that was, hell yeah. Alright, so this line that I'm going to hit now is basically just one massive sweeping berm into some kind of off camber, almost like broody straight. So sick. It's a cool tree. Looks like it's gone down and tried to grow again, but failed miserably. Just thought that was a little bit interesting. But so now we're going to go into some kind of more steep technical things. So up here, down that chute, and then nice and slow into here. And into that chute. Pretty cool little section. To keep going with the kind of slower, more technical stuff, we're going to roll up onto here. Drop back down into there. Can't see. Always makes it fun. And now on the brakes, nice and easy. Cruise in. The brakes down there. One's about to be absolutely sick. So that berm down there. Just absolutely smash that, and there's 3 kind of sick jumps after it and a big drop and into a bigger jump line, and halfway through that jump line we're going to cut across onto the chute of one of the other trails. It is going to be sick. Pretty much this one's just going to be snackish corners part of it. Cranks it over these roots. Nice little double puddle. Lots of bit of speed. Just chill for a second, that was a bit rough. Alright, so after how rough that one was, yeah, I don't know if I'll use that take, but this time we're just gonna go nice and cruisy into this little step up. Maybe you'll see where I go from there. Oh, bit deep. Bit. Oh, loosey goosey. Holy shit. Hell yeah, that was sick. Yeah, so the way I did that gaff, that run, definitely not the best I've ever done it. So I kind of ended up braking and rolling off the side of this time where I wouldn't, but normally I kind of gapped down to about here off that step down loop, which is for this one, that big 30, which I think is only 23. But yeah, I was really hard on the brakes that time. That's the first time I've ever gone that slow into it. Made it more interesting. I went a lot further off that second drop down there, but I think this run there's a bit of a ridge line here, so this is kind of your B line for this stuff, or A depending on how you look at it, because it's a lot steeper and more technical. But there's a bit of a ridge line I've been doing here, so this really thin bit here I end up cutting down into that middle part there and then smacking that end bit like a berm. It's pretty sick. It's a bit slower than that, but yeah, it'll be cool. Oh, this is going to be really fun. It just started hailing, so not rain like normal for here, it's now hail. This is, oh, it's actually quite painful. Jesus. I mean, that's what happens when you decide to ride in Ballarat, when it's weather like this, varies day to day. Yeah. I'm going to have a lot of little red welts tomorrow, I think. I don't think I should drop in while it's like this, because if I get something in my eye, it's going to suck. I will unpause the GoPro when this hail kind of dies down a little bit. Just because the weather here really likes playing funny buggers, I just turned off the GoPro, and as I did, the hail completely stopped. Now it's just a bit of rain, which will be all good for this little ridgeline shoot. Ooh, I should probably clip in. So up here, and then we're gonna go down. Yeah, that's a sick little hit, that one. So for this bit, we're just going to run through these couple of corners, about 5 of them. 7 if you do the full way, but I'm going to stop at the 5th one just because it's a bit more of a hike up if I go all the way down. But yeah, that's a sick little section. Get some good speed in those corners. They're very well built as well. Spin the bike around, get a couple of cranks in, and then should be good. Pretty much just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then rail that one, get good length over there, get the bike on this one, on the brakes a tiny bit, jump over that roof into this one. Such a sick section of track. Right guys, so we're back at the top now, so gonna get redemption for that terrible run I did to the main jump line in there, considering I cased that 3rd one pretty bad. I had to crank for the step down afterwards. So this time just gotta go a bit quicker, so let's rip it. Nah, it's too windy. Not as bad, but still not good either. Alright, so we're back at the start of old school, so we're not doing the little jumps into it this time. Just kind of going to focus on some cornering speed and having a blast. Brake into here. At the outside, which is a bit slower I think, just because it's so loose. Sick. So the few of the lines I've done over that side of the hill today haven't been running the best, so I'll also chuck in a few GoPro clips of them from probably about a week ago when it was a little bit drier and a bit less windy up here, just for a bit of a comparison to see how different it runs. Yeah. So this trail is called Old Claim Jumper, or a lot of people call it Starfish, because there's one corner that people always crash on. They end up kind of landing in the shape of a starfish. It's an odd thing. I'm not really sure why it's called that, but it's going to go nice and cruisy into it, trying not to that stick. This catch over these roots, and then there's this nice drop, and that's the corner that people always crash on. This is probably the quickest I've ever done when it's been rolling when I've done it. Hard to get that line into that berm nice. That was pretty shocking on my behalf. Now wide past this puddle inside of this one and let it roll through this corner because there's a nice couple of little doubles. Off an absolute like mouthful of water. Always good. Almost a little wall ride. And we've got a bit of an uphill traverse here. Definitely not my favourite thing in the world. We're going to be sneaking, we're going to jump out of this corner because there's a sick little chute here. So kind of break in. Oh, and he got loose through there. Gee whiz. Right, so now we're heading off from Black Hill. We're going to head over to Mt Xavier. So Mt Xavier's mainly dirt jumps, but there's a few cool like steep jump trails in there. It's just a rad little place. The runs are probably about 30 seconds, but they get pretty steep and fast as well though. Alright, so I've made it out to Mt Xavier. This is a trail I've never actually done before. I've done the final jump on it, but I've never done the full trail. Walking up it, it's fairly off camber. Yeah, gee whiz, that is definitely quite cambered. Holy smokes. Kind of got to fight and get up to here. Holy dooly. So I've done from here down, where you kind of on the brakes around here, on that drop, on that kip. Such a sick feature. But yeah, that top bit that was a blind run down, it was actually kind of cool. Yeah. So this trail is probably my favourite one out here. It's called Pine Ride. The boys that have built it have it rated as a single black, which I agree with the part of it, but it's really chill. So nice little double here, go into the B line because it sets you up a lot nicer for the rest of the track. Big pull up there, speed up. Oh shit, it's hailing again. Really hard on the anchors around that corner. Grab off that drop, and that's that track. It is awesome. Like, that is the most grouse thing I've ever done. Holy crap guys, this is insane. It is hailing so much right now. Like, I came out, knew it was going to be a bit wet. I didn't think it was going to hail like a little bit up at Black Hill and then absolutely bucket down hail here. I'm just trying to find a bit of shelter so I'll stop getting smacked with it for a little bit. But yeah, it's really cool. See all the trees just blowing it madly. Insane. Before the weather gets any worse, I'm going to go back to the top, hit one of the other kind of downhilly trails here. It's a couple of jumps, gets a bit of uphill in it, and then it flattens out for a bit, has a really poorly draining corner, so fingers crossed that's not too wet, and then it ends on that same green, like the same drop that I just did then, but also has a really cool like green carpet drop before it as well. Yeah, it'd be sick. Cool. Alright guys, I'm going to take you down this last trail here. There are a few other ones, but just the weather's not too great and I've got other stuff to do later on, so I'll just show you this track. Oh fuck, it's a bit skatey now because of the hail. So it's really pedally through here, and you can see where that corner that I'm in, where it doesn't really drain. So it's kind of going to be get up onto here, off that cool kind of green carpet drop, and then we're going to go. Put that drop there. And then that's that trail. It's really fun one, especially when it's dry. But yeah, that's end of the vlog. Thanks for watching, guys. Legends.